I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my cup, or residue say. She rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't a question that we groovin'. Bitch, I told you once before, it ain't no playing with me. Try it on another nigga who ain't nothing like me. If them hoes still talking, let them hoes talk. Get your money, play the cut, they tryna get caught. It's a price on anything, even pussy. That's why I need a full payment for your cookies. My bottom bitch, she understand she ain't a rookie. She collect my money too and bring it to me. I was blessed with a mouth where I put hands on the floor. Soak up all this game, G, let it sit and get porous. If they hate, let them hate, they gon' hate to the core. Instead of hating, get some paper and don't look for rewards. She stuffing all that killer in a raw cone. My way on chill, cooler in another time zone. Every time I write something, I be mind blown. It makes sense, a nigga gotta set the right tone. I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my cup, or residue say. She rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't a question that we groovin'. Yeah, keep it G, that's the way to be. When you moving free, bitch, please better have my money when you come to me. Got it honest, pimpin' in my blood, it ain't hard to see. Driving slow with my seat back, playing sugar free. She know I got a fine taste for some chocolate, but money tastes better gone in my wallet. I catch a nap on the spot, Rasheed Wallace. Then waking up to the grind, being honest. I need my motherfucking ends. I need that right now, love, let's not pretend. Since you are on, baby, put on your friend. Tell her she is worthy of making me ends. Say it ends twice, cause I love the money. Staying away from all the snakes, cause they moving funny. Little bitch, Steph ain't never been a dummy. Say the tears, so I'ma need all my money. I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my cup, or residue say. She rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't a question that we groovin'. Yeah. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. What is going on with everybody? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate your subscription. Share this video, share the channel. OSD Live, aka Oh So Dope Live Reloaded is the channel. We back. What's going on, everybody? OSD Live Reloaded, aka Oh So Dope Live Reloaded is the channel.
Appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel, watching the videos, sharing their thoughts. And again, I really appreciate the comments, when people sharing their thoughts, giving insight on how they look at the particular topic that I'm speaking about. It makes for more content. So again, appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel, uh, leaving a comment, hitting like on the videos. It's all greatly appreciated. And I just want to say thank you. And it means a lot. It means a lot. The journey wouldn't be what it is without you all. And I just want to say thank you. I truly appreciate that. This particular live stream will be a topic panel. It will be one of those live streams where people can come up, share their thoughts. I'm always open to hear your thoughts and hear what you have to say as well. It's all greatly appreciated. And this particular topic in general, I wouldn't mind hearing people's thoughts on this. And today's topic is mastering the game, navigating conniving people and staying focused. Because it's easy to get sidetracked out here. And when you're on your walk of life, you got to have some type of discernment. Because as we know, life be life, and you just never know what can happen. And I chose this particular topic because this is going to be one of those live streams where you'll be able to identify that type of behavior and see through people and their intentions. That's why I speak about the subject matter I do on this channel, because a conniving person is a dangerous person. And a lot of times some people just don't know. So you got to kind of use some type of discernment, on your walk of life. And, with videos like these, and I'm sure other content creators that highlight that type of behavior as well, it can be helpful to the person that doesn't know. So that's why I chose this particular topic. You got to definitely be able to navigate through conniving people and understand what it is that you want out of life and not let anybody sidetrack that from you. Letting somebody tell you who you are when you should already know who you are as a person. I looked up a few effective ways as to how people can navigate through conniving people and staying focused. And one of the things that I saw come up first was set boundaries. And the example they used was, be assertive and let the person know what you will and will not tolerate, which is very important. I've said that in plenty of live streams where I've always told you, the viewer, to always, know who you are as a person. Not saying that y'all don't or anything like that. If you know who you are, of course, you're already ahead of the game. But for that person that, be unsure of themselves, you got to go into it assertive, knowing what you want, knowing who you are as a person, having some type of foundation. I speak heavy on that because I feel like that's very important. Because when you look at conniving people and their behavior, is definitely predatory. They prey on the weak. While I'm speaking on that, I'm going to look up the definition. Let me see. So, the definition of a predator: an animal that naturally preys on others, or it can be a person who ruthlessly exploits others. Predator. And a conniving person is definitely someone that displays predatory behavior. So when you encounter these people, and of course nobody's going to know who they're speaking to every day on this walk of life. But when you encounter these type of people, you have to be assertive first, putting it out there, sharing your thoughts, especially on the situations of what's being talked about as well too. Because again, if you let a person talk long enough, they'll tell you everything you need to hear. But knowing who you are as a person and knowing what you will and will not go for. setting those boundaries. Another point that they brought up was be aware of your emotions. Try to understand the person's expectations, but also be aware of your own emotions. Again, that goes back to that discernment. Listening is key, because if you're too busy talking, you miss a lot of things. But if you take the time to actually listen, a person will tell you everything that you need to hear. You just got to listen. That's what it comes down to. And while listening, you have to listen with the ear of unbiased. So listen first to hear what's going on, and then be able to formulate your opinion or your thought from that. Don't let emotion take over right away, because that's what clouds your logic. Hear the situation out first. Another point, don't engage. If you don't engage with the person, they might eventually stop. If you don't engage with the person, they might eventually stop trying to manipulate you by just totally making the person not even existent to you. No type of interaction, no type of conversation, no type of dialogue. That's just not your type of person. So you just stay away. And that's usually the best thing, really, to stay away from a person that displays that type of behavior, to stay away, especially if someone that doesn't have a strong sense of discernment. It'd be better for you to stay away, especially if you're someone who's emotional and your emotions pretty much lead your decisions and how you go about situations. Yeah, it'd be best to just stay away from situations, because if you're not in this situation, it'll be that much easier to not be in it because you know nothing about it. But in order to do that, you have to have some type of sense of discernment to be able to identify the behavior. The next point, expect backlash. Be prepared for the person to throw you off your game with guilt, shame, bullying, or threats. I'll read that again. Expect backlash. Be prepared for the person to throw you off your game with guilt, shame, bullying, or threats. In other words, you got to have tough skin. Whatever it is that you want to do in life, I'll just use content creating as an example. Being a content creator, and if you're going to wear that hat as a content creator, you got to be able to take the good with the bad. You got to have thick skin when you do this. Your content isn't going to be for everybody. And this is actually a perfect example of, things I put on display for you all to see. That's why, again, I do the videos I do, so you can hear these things in real time and see that I'm not just saying just anything when I hit the live button, or if I decide to be a panelist on another content creator's channel. I expect the backlash. If I'm not getting backlash, that means I'm not doing something right. So when I do get the backlash, I'm already prepared for the guilt. Somebody trying to guilt trip me, shame me, bully me, or threaten me. And not saying that all those things happen, but I'm expecting to get some type of pushback from somebody that's just not going to, because everybody's not going to be receptive to your light. And the ones who reject your light, they're going to try different types of schemes to dim your light, take you out your character, have your emotions lead you to make decisions. So you have to expect backlash. That's how you know you're doing something great. If you're able to make somebody invoke some type of emotion, that's all I'm saying. T-Cat Commission Vision Diva.
Actuals.
What's going on? Hello to you. And happy Monday as well. I'm just saying, y'all. Another point, get input from a professional. A counselor can help you identify underlying issues and navigate your interactions with the person. That's also another option as well. Of course, I know some people don't have that luxury of actually speaking to a professional to have conversations to, try to alleviate the traumas of, being manipulated or underlying issues that cause you to be manipulated. It could be a whole laundry list of things that can happen, and speaking to a professional can help. So I can see that as a good source, of trying to, of course, rectify, problems that you may have faced in the past. That's the reason why you're making the decisions that you are in the present. So it's a lot of things, but I think that's a good piece of advice, professional. I know a lot of people look at that as shame or some type of guilt when somebody recommends that they speak to professionals, but really it could help somebody. Some people do a good job of governing themselves and handling situations well, and some people and other people, they can't. They need to be able to have a conversation to try to alleviate some of them thoughts that pretty much causes them trauma because of past events. It is very healthy either way. But for the people that's able to, not have to, speak to so many professionals, and they're able to communicate and, be able to decompress, shouts out to them too as well. But that's not an easy thing too, because just as much as you're trying to decompress, it can be a lot on you as well. So yeah, getting input from a professional is good advice. Another point, consider the situation. Ask yourself if the person is safe to confront or you'll face negative backlash. That's a good one, because you got to know who you're dealing with. You have to know who you're dealing with. It wouldn't make sense to go into any situation without knowing who you're dealing with. Now, I'm looking at it, of course, from a case by case, like meeting a person and having conversations with people, and letting the person talk long enough to tell you who they are as a person, but also knowing that that's a characteristic of somebody as well. You should always know who you're dealing with. It's important. You definitely should know who you're dealing with. You most certainly should know who you're dealing with. Like, without a shadow of a doubt. And when they say a person is safe to confront, meaning even though a person have those conniving, snakish ways about them, are they still mature enough to have a conversation when you come to them to let them know about their ways? Or you come to them for a conversation and they give you a negative backlash. They give you negative backlash. Want it to be an argument. Want people to talk about you. Want to talk about you because you came to them because of their behavior. I'm pretty sure we've known a lot of people like that, where they got such nasty ways. And when they confronted about it, they get an attitude as if the way they conducting themselves was appropriate. But see, that's why that first key, setting your boundaries, is important, because that'll pretty much establish everything. Setting your boundaries for yourself. Everybody has a line in the sand. Everybody. The last point, be open-minded. Keep in mind that there's a difference between exhortation and manipulation. Exhortation is when someone encourages you in a way that's for your benefit, while manipulation is when someone tries to override your choice. There's a difference. Someone helping you, wanting to give you that kind of assistance, they're going to do something to help you, to build, for the betterment of yourself, the wellness, the health. Exhortation, the manipulation, overriding your choice. Nah, you don't like that. This what you like. No, I'm telling you, this the one. No, not that one. This the one. That type. Manipulation. We see it a lot of times on just this platform, YouTube, with content creators. Content creators don't understand the kind of voice that they have. Content creators have a voice because, you know, when you sit up here and able to talk like this and people listen, the power in it is just the dialogue. Of course, people have discernment and people have their own minds and they're going to think for themselves. But then you have others that might not have that ability and look to this and look to, you know, entities on platforms for some type of guidance, advice, or some type of information in general. Content creators have to be mindful of that, to not misuse that type of power. SBK in the building. What's good, bro?
Factuals.
Shout out SBK. Appreciate everybody that's pulling up. Appreciate everybody that's in the bushes watching. This one of them live streams I definitely wanted to do. You know, I knew I was going to do it on this particular day. I wasn't going to push it back. I really wanted to get this live stream out because a lot of people don't know how to identify conniving behavior. Manipulation is key. When someone tries to override your choice, we all have free will. God created us how he created us, but he also made sure he gave us all free will, the ability for us to all make our own choices. Why would you give that choice up to someone when they can make their own choices? We all have free will. Sometimes you're going to make a good choice. Sometimes you're going to make a bad choice. But the bottom line is you made the choice. You had that free will to make that choice. You shouldn't give nobody that type of power to make a choice for you. Once you've done that, you are no longer in control. And like I've said in past live streams, once you've given your choice up, once a person has your mind, then the shell comes with it because they have access to the command center. Why would you give that kind of power to anybody, to someone that can make their own choices because they have their own free will? I'm just saying. But we're going to go over the key points again. Setting boundaries, be aware of your emotions, don't engage, expect the backlash, get input from a professional, consider the situation, and be open-minded. The set boundaries step is that's one of the most important ones to me, because that's the step where you should know yourself as a person and knowing your line in the sand. You're not going for any and everything. You know who you are as a person. You are grounded in something. You have a structure. Setting the boundaries, that's important, man. That's really important, man. I say that in all like pretty much all the live streams that I've done because I really believe that's something that people should at least have. Of course, we're not going to have it all in this lifetime or the next lifetime, but wherever you are in life, you should know who you are as a person. That's why I asked the question, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? What are the things that come to your mind when you see your reflection in the mirror and you're looking in your own eyes? We all have our different experiences and lessons that we've learned in life. But I just look at that as, adding to the character. I'm not going to say building character, that's adding to the character because we all display some type of, characteristics because of past experiences, upbringing, a whole lot of things that comprise us to be the individual that we are today. Just like a characteristic like being conniving is learned behavior. That's learned behavior. They saw that as being normal because they saw it so much. And you're an individual that might have never experienced being around somebody like that or been around people like that. Well, I'll just say if you've never been around it, then of course you're going to get your experience from, of course, engaging with somebody that displayed that because of a situation that might happen. But if you're a person that's been around it and able to identify that as like, nah, that's not so great person, then that's half the battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's such a beautiful thing to just be able to have a sense of discernment, having your own mind. I'm very, very heavy on just the idea of individualism, just because how, God created us and made sure we had our own free will. Like, why would you want to give that to anyone when that was a gift specifically for you? Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, T-Cat. Definitely. That's why would you want to be anybody other than who you was created to be? If we was all supposed to be the same, we would be, but we're not. That's why I say it's essential that you find yourself as a person, because you and yourself was created differently. Everybody is different. We all may, of course, resonate with some of the same ideas and thoughts, but we're all different in our own way. Be an individual. Man, your individualism is important. At least to me. Now, if it's important to you, shouts out to you too as well. And shouts out to the people that look at individualism as being important. Shouts out to y'all. Y'all get it. Y'all understand. Because we understand that because if you understand individualism, then you understand that you have to walk in a purpose. That's what it comes down to. Understanding individualism, that means that you have to walk in a purpose. You have to have some type of structure. You have to be grounded in something. Thought Life Man, what's going on? I'm going to drop the link. again, I did say that this is a topic panel. For anybody that wanted to come up and speak to the topic, feel free. But yes, that was pretty much, my thoughts about how to be able to master the game and navigate around conniving people and staying focused, setting boundaries. That's a good start. Like setting boundaries for yourself. Everybody should have a line in the sand. Because when you have that line in the sand, you stand for something. Y'all know how that saying go. As cliche as it is, it's a real thing. You have to stand for something. You have to. Have some type of structure, have some type of foundation. And once you have that, being able to have discernment to see conniving people will be second nature. You can identify the behavior, whether you choose to, because see, with me, I can know somebody has snakish ways or be conniving or really just how can I put it? Just a sneaky person. I can know that about them. But me knowing how to maneuver, it wouldn't affect me because I can identify the behavior and know how to navigate the situation. Because I'm pretty sure we all know people like that. That's always trying to get over, always trying to get one up on somebody, always trying to, pull the wool over people's eyes. We all know that person. But if you're able to identify that, something like that will never affect you because you know the ways. That behavior wouldn't even be able to affect you. Stand for something, you fall for anything. That's real spell, man. The saying been around for just eons and eons, as long as I can remember, but it's still relevant to today and beyond. As long as it's life forms and people have their own minds, this is definitely something to live by. Have to stand for something. Can't just go for anything. Because going for anything, that leads to people playing in your face, trying to tell you anything, trying to get one up on for you, trying to just manipulate you. But if you're rooted in something, grounded in something, have a line in the sand, that kind of stuff wouldn't even have a chance. That kind of person wouldn't even have a chance. And they say, be aware of your emotions. Like, we're all human. We have emotions and situations about situations and stuff. But if you're able to remove that and look at the situation for what it is and make the best decision that you think you can make at that time, you're most likely able to, because you don't have something like emotions to cloud your judgment. I thought that all those key points was very powerful and something that can really help someone. Those 7 keys definitely could help someone that's not able to identify people with conniving behavior, and help someone to kind of apply it to, their everyday walk of life. And when I give these live streams, of course, not only for, you all, the audience, it's for me as well. That's why I take the notes that I do. Because this, I'm getting information too. I'm getting information and also mixing it in with experience too. You should always speak about what you know. It's so much more fluent. And me being a person of, so many different experiences, it's just a blessing to be able to sit and have a conversation with so many different peoples of different walks of life. It's truly an honor to be able to do that and to be blessed to do that, because not many people can do that. So I'm truly grateful to be able to have that sense of discernment. It means a lot. Not everybody has that ability to, have a conversation with somebody from a different walk of life. SBK, I see you back there, brother. Queen Regina, what's going on? SBK, what's up, bro?
What's going on, brother? What's going on?
Hey, man, I can't call it, man. A beautiful Monday, man. How's your day going, bro?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Monday, man. Same here, same here.
Yes,
hey,
sir, man. I appreciate you pulling up to the panel, man. What's on your mind, bro?
Hey, I just wanted to say, man, you're in your bag, man. You're in your bag on this subject right here about being an individual and basically just standing on your own, and basically, you just being an individual is, in this day and time, is everybody wants to be somebody else, and everybody wants to follow the norm. Everybody wants to follow the leader instead
Right.
of being their own man. And so I appreciate those steps that you read off. It was 7 of them, right?
Yeah, it was 7 of them. Yep.
Yeah, those are very powerful, very powerful. I hope you could put that on your community wall or something like that, and I could reshare it, because those are very powerful steps right there. So,
man, I thought so too, bro. When I saw it, I was like, yo, I gotta do a show and elaborate on these steps. It not only for just me, like I would just say, not only for just me, for just the audience or whoever comes across this video. I thought they were powerful as well. That's why I said I gotta do a live stream. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna recite the steps, but also give experience to go with it as well, to let you know that we have these. I'm reciting the steps, but I'm putting it in and showing the humility of like how they can apply to just everyday life. Because life definitely be life, and these are things that I look at, my experience, to help somebody that may watch this video, because we all have our different experiences.
I want to ask you something. Why do you think in this day and time people don't want to be individuals? People don't want to be their own man, be their own lady. Is it because of peer pressure? Because I've always said peer pressure is not just for the youngins. You know what I mean? Peer pressure, but it's for the old fogies too. You know what I mean? Everybody is influenced by something. But in your opinion, what do you think is the reason for people not being individuals and standing alone?
Man, I'll just say one of these reasons, because people are afraid to stand in their own light. Because if you stand in your own light, it's going to come with the backlash. Like I was stating earlier, like you got to be prepared for that, because it comes with the territory. You got to be prepared for somebody trying to dim your light, because they could never be in that kind of light. So to save yourself from that kind of attention, just fall in line and be like everyone else. Because if we all look the same, how can we tell the difference of who's extraordinary or not? Because we all look the same. But if you always have that one person that veers out of the line and say, hey, I think I can do something this way, or hey, I think I was meant to do this. Oh, you can't do that, because we always doing that. We tried that, and you came from where we came from. Oh, you're just like us. You can never do that. And then that discouraged them to get back in line. But you have that person that knows who they are as a person, and when they get that kind of backlash, they're going to want to move forward, because they're like, wait, if I'm doing the same thing everybody else is doing, how does that make me different from anyone else if we're all different in appearance and thoughts? It wasn't written this way. We got free will. So I think people are afraid of their calling, their light, because of what comes with the territory. But if any of that stuff isn't happening, then you're not doing something right.
I want to add on to that. Everything you just said, I agree with. It's just one of those. It's easy to be like everybody else. It's easy to blend in. It's easy to just monkey see, monkey do, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And so whatever's easy, then of course you're going to go along with it, and you're just going to just monkey see, monkey do. But it takes guts. You have to have intestinal fortitude to and just not go, like we talked about last week about Killmonger, go
Right.
beat of your own drum, you know what I mean? And so everybody wants the easy way out of not standing up for what's right or what you know is right in your heart, So I totally agree with you on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. And that, and it also, it brings influence too, because you're your own person. It's going to bring some type of influence, like we was talking about with Killmonger, him standing on business and standing for what he believed in and dying for that created an influence. Because of that movement he made, his name didn't go in vain. Everything he set out to do, he did it and left a legacy behind, which, invoked people to be like, you know what, he did all this. Let's go do some research where he was from. Let's go actually see what's going on, to see the mindset, because they wouldn't have known if he didn't stand for what he believed in.
Right. I think people don't think before they choose to follow other people's paths, because they don't think long term. They don't think of how they can be of an influence if they were to go off and do their own thing and be an individual. They don't understand the influence. They don't understand how many eyes are upon them, looking at them and said, hey, that guy's an individual. He's not doing what these others are doing. So, I'm inspired by this guy, so there's a number of reasons why you should think to be an individual, because man, you got people looking at you, especially if you have family, if you have family, if you're a leader of some sort, you can't, and it's unfortunate that a lot of leaders are basically, they're yes men, you know what I'm saying, these days. But I tend to be on the side of someone who's going to basically die for what I believe in. So once again, man, this subject, man, you're in your bag. You're in your bag today, bro. You're in your bag.
Appreciate that, bro. Like I said, with all these subjects I touch on, man, I just try to bring some sense of awareness, bro. That's all I try to do, bring some sense of awareness, because not only am I talking to the audience, I'm talking to myself as well.
Absolutely.
That's what it inspires me to bring these particular topics, to the platform and discuss, for people to share their insight on. So definitely appreciate that, bro. Definitely. Absolutely. For sure. Shout out It's Just ETV too.
Factuals.
Shout out It's Just E. But as content creators, man, I look at it the same way. Any subject that I talk about and I want to bring to the forefront, I'm always preaching and teaching myself. You know what I mean? If I can learn from it, then I'm going to share it. You know what I mean? And so whatever I bring to the forefront, you best believe that I thought about it myself, and whatever I'm talking about, I'm saying that's going to be applicable to my life as well. You know what I mean? And so maybe it can help someone in the long run. So I look at that the same way too, bro.
Yeah, man. It makes the conversation much smoother and organic, because it's something that you really want to talk about, and you have opinions and thoughts about it that could spark a conversation. So it just makes the content flow that much more easier, and and you keeping it original. You give an original thought. Of course, we could speak about various topics, but everybody's going to have their own original thought about the topic, and that's what makes the content. People sharing their original thoughts, and that's what I aim for, when I speak about certain topics, because I know everybody has experiences, and I'm just really just playing on the experiences that everybody went through in life.
It makes it special whenever you can bring content to the forefront and you've actually gone through a lot of things and you can share those things to the audience, because it's going to be more meaningful because you've gone through all that. And so, and of course, being in the audience, you can respect someone who's gone through what they're talking about, and that's also special in itself.
Yeah, definitely, man. Sitting, and that's what I be thinking about, doing the content, and when I look for too, listening to content creators, just for them to give their experiences to the particular topic that they're speaking about, and how it affects them, and what's on their mind, and what was the resolution that they came to, or what was the results. That stuff just always adds more, to the topic and to the content. And you know for me, thinking for the person that's viewing my content, I think about that, but I also take it another step further when we were speaking about it, and opening up a panel and making that one of the first things that I'll put out there for the open panel. Like, what you think about like what my topics are, and share your thoughts, because it doesn't have to be an all agree thing. It could be an agree or disagree. That's what the conversation is, especially when somebody have a difference of opinion, and that helps me. So that's why I always use that first, when I put that out there, because I know it appears to be different on the outside looking in, because I'm the one actually delivering the material and not seeing it from that perspective.
Right. It's always refreshing to hear subjects like this and be, because man, I'm very conscious of what I put out as well, and of course, going back to being original and being an individual, it's always refreshing to see something like subject matters like this that are really meaningful, and really powerful, because man, you cannot just take the 7 steps that you were reading just for and how to recognize folks that are conniving. You take that with you for your whole life. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Those are just life experiences that you can take and just live by. I like the point where you were talking about setting boundaries. Once you set boundaries for yourself, and like you said, drawing a line in the sand, you don't veer off from that. There's no debate. There's no gray area. You know what I mean? It's either black and white, not racial, but black and white. There's no
Mhm.
kind of gray area whatsoever. Once you set boundaries, you stick to those boundaries, and you don't let nothing or no one sway you otherwise. And so
Right.
in life, you can't you just can't live without those boundaries. You know what I mean? If you a person with no boundaries, like like we read, you're gonna fall for any and everything. You know what I mean? So I like that. That all of the steps were on point. All those steps are on point, but setting boundaries and not veering off of those boundaries, regardless of what other people do,
Mhm.
that's very important, and it's ideal.
Definitely, bro. That to me, that I thought that was one of the most important ones.
Yep.
The
Yep.
rest of the steps to me should flow after that one,
Yep. Yep.
because that to me is the structure. That's the foundation. You already being grounded in something. So any kind of entity that you encounter, you'll be able to be solid, because you already know who you are first as a person.
Right. And you know who you are as a person. That's the reason why you set the boundaries. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's it in a nutshell. You know who you are as a person. You're looking yourself in the mirror each and every day, and you have to live with yourself. You know what I mean? You have to live with the decisions that you make. So once you live with the decisions that you make, you know what I mean, you're comfortable in your own skin. You know what I mean? That's it.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. That's exactly why I said that one was important, because you have to establish that line in the sand. You have
Yep.
to.
Yep. Yep. You do. Man, like I
Because
said,
people are playing your face and do all the other types of things that you might not approve of, but they think that you can, that they think that they can because you allowed it, giving
you
somebody an
allowed it,
inch and they went a mile.
right? You allowed it, but you set those boundaries. They're not going to, and nobody's going to. Now, people are going to try you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're going to try you. Just understand that you said to yourself, this is what I'm going to stick by. There's no veering off. There's no negotiation. There's no nothing. I'm sticking to my guns.
Right. And people respect that. People respect a person that respects themselves. That's why I say self-respect is most important. Definitely. Once if a person see that you respect yourself, that's going to go even a longer way.
Yep. Absolutely.
They know that they're not going to be able to pull certain stuff. They know they're not going to be able to do X, Y, Z because they know how you look at yourself as a person first and foremost.
Right. Absolutely. Powerful stuff, man. Powerful stuff.
Man, appreciate that, bro, man. I thought so. Like when I saw those key points, man, I was like, that's amazing stuff right there.
Absolutely. I like I said, I hope you can share those 7 steps on the community wall, man. I can just just go ahead and reshare it. And of course, man, and like I said, I was like, wow, man, those are some powerful steps. And so, man, I appreciate you having me on, and you're in your bag, bro. You're in your bag.
Appreciate that, bro. You already know, bro. You invited to the panel anytime to share your thoughts, and I always appreciate you hitting the panel. And again, happy birthday to you. I know you had a birthday you were celebrating. Happy birthday to you, man. You're another year younger. And it's a blessing, man, to see a new day. And again, SBK, thank you, brother, for pulling up and sharing your thoughts, dog.
Yes, sir, man. And you're welcome. I was hoping that I know you had planned your show yesterday. I was hoping you was gonna hit the panel, man, and grace us. But I understand that you was doing your show. But anytime, man, that you want to come up, man, feel free to come up on our show. I'd love to have you, man. Love to have you on.
For sure, man. I appreciate that. I'm definitely going to hit the panel on y'all show, man. I love y'all chemistry, and I love, the subject matter that y'all speak on. So I'll definitely be a panelist on y'all show. That's why I was making sure I was staying in the chat and staying engaged, even though like I was in between my shows. Like after I finished my show, I said I still wanted to drop in and drop a word on y'all. To let y'all know I'm still watching and still here. So I definitely will be a panelist on y'all show.
Absolutely. I have a as I was saying last night, man, I had you in mind and some other gentlemen. I plan on having an all male panel to talk about mental health, talk about just all the things that men think about and go through on a daily basis, but don't want to talk about it. I'd love to have you on. I'll give you particulars and whatnot on the dates and stuff like that. But hey, man, I'd love to have you on, man, and to share your perspectives on life in general, and just bringing awareness, bringing awareness to mental health. Just a bunch of brothers on the panel, just chopping it up, man, and having some great dialogue and having some great discussions. And so like this, so I'd love to have you on, brother.
Oh yeah, definitely, bro. And I'll drop my email, but my email is also on the scroll too. I mean, on this banner. So yeah, drop me an email with the logistics and stuff. Again, I'll definitely be a panelist on the show.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I appreciate you, giving the invitation.
Absolutely. Anytime. Again, I appreciate you coming, having me come up, brother.
Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, you have a good night.
You too, bro. Thanks for coming up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. SBK in the building.
Factuals.
Appreciate you, brother, for pulling up. Lisa Queen B in the building.
Factuals.
What's up, Lisa? And Lisa in the building. Shouts out to the chat, man. Shout out to Foolish. What's going on? Man, I appreciate y'all. Shouts out to T-Cat. Shouts out to SBK. Shouts out to It's Just E. What's up? Shouts out to Queen Regina in the building. Thug Life Manning. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Man. It's all love, man. That's what I like about, these topics. Everybody has their different experiences and able to share their insight. That's what makes the content, man. And that's what gives the content longevity. We out here trying to make evergreen content. This kind of stuff right here is what's needed. That's the longevity in that. Shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to everyone that's in the chat, typing their messages. Shouts out to the people that watch the playback. You know what to do. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Another great live. An important live. And I just want to thank everybody, that pulled up and, shared their thoughts and opinions. Shouts out to the panelists, SBK, for hitting the panel, sharing his thoughts. Man. Another great live, y'all. These lives be for, awareness. And to show people as well that we all go through, trials and tribulations. And we can speak about it. We have platforms like this where you can share your thoughts. And to me, I think that's what makes for great material. The interaction and engagements. People writing in the comment section. People hitting like on the videos. Sharing the videos, sharing channels. It's about networking and creating more organic material. Thank you all. Thank you all for everybody that showed up. It's been dope. OSD Live Reloaded, aka Also Dope Live Reloaded, is the channel. Protect your peace, protect your energy. Always strive to make good decisions. Love yourself first. How can you love someone else without loving yourself first? Love yourself. Respect yourself. Be aware of your surroundings. OSD Live Reloaded. Gone. Yeah. This that 10 p.m. at St. Pete flow. Yeah, this feel good. Yeah, this shit groovy.
This melody is really something for the memory. When you the shit, you inherit all the jealousy. This lemonade squeeze still good with Hennessy. This feels real nice. The instrumental is my therapy. The goal now is to get it and make some more investments. The hustle, it never stops. Real ones respect it. Legacy matters. By all means, you must protect it. If it ain't about the money, baby, don't sweat it. Nike phone posits with the Gucci colorway. Florida vegetation proper, I'ma puff away. Cool breeze, Mother Nature breathing on me. Capitalize on everything like typing all uppercase. Up in modern day Roy Ayers, some groovy 65 beer Gale Sayers, some sliding, never slipping. I make it look good, as you can see. I like the rhyme in layers.
10 p.m. in St. Pete. 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 10 p.m. in St. Pete.
The flow really immaculate. That's that shit. What I'm putting on display is true craftsmanship. I put the pen to the pad, the song writes itself. Crafting rhymes, you can see it's real draftsmanship. So vivid, it got naysayers livid. 1,000% organic, this is far from script. Factual. Even though I feel my life a movie, with those past events made it out to be a doozy. Don't you let those silly motherfuckers knock you off your pivot. Make some moves for yourself. You gon' be there in a minute. Words to live by. Focus on self and make the best decision. Men lie, women lie. It's about the digits. More money, more problems. That's life shit. Money a tool for you to use to get right slick. Just some thoughts from my mind as I cruise slow. St. Pete like a second home was good though.
10 p.m. in St. Pete. 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 10 p.m. in St. Pete.